all the people you train with at your gym. I'm happy. Oh, we ready. We ready. Okay. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. LDWMMAC and salute to the WMMA universe. This is your boy, the coach. You're live on the Coaches Show, the Coaches Show live. Boy, I got another top prospect. Combat sports, but backgrounds in Muay Thai. You know, can I say that you're also an MMA prospect? Is that accurate?
Yeah, I haven't had an MMA fight, but I'm getting there soon.
Okay, this is Miss China Bajerksi. So is that right?
Yeah, you said it perfect.
You sure?
Yeah,
Okay, because my pet peeve, I gotta pronounce people's name right. I got to.
you got it.
Okay, so you wouldn't just be telling me that because I got this southern accent, would you?
No, you got it
Okay,
right.
okay,
Perfect.
good. Okay, so the first question I want to ask you, by Bajerski, I had a couple of Polish friends that last name has a ski on the end. So it is your like, are you guys like, is your ancestors or people in your upper family, are they from like Poland?
My granddad's Polish.
Wow, wow, man, got it right on the first try. My goodness. Well, China, how are you doing today, young lady? I'm glad you're here with us.
I'm glad I'm here too. Yeah, I'm doing fine, thank you. Just having a rest day today.
Okay, okay, but you're not nervous, are you?
Nah, I'm okay.
Okay, good. Don't be nervous. Hey, because we're gonna have fun. And you know what? You're gonna have now. If you see me looking down at my phone, trust me, I'm paying attention to you. It's a live stream, and of course, people are gonna ask you questions. Okay. Now, we're not gonna have in any goofy, dumbass questions. We're gonna, everybody understands because if we do, then we're gonna have some problems, and I'm gonna set them on fire. Poof, just like that, and they're out of here. Okay. Well, China, you kind of answered that question that people they're gonna have, okay? Because primarily we do cover combat sports. We try to help the women out as much as we can. They're asking you about they're gonna ask you about mixed martial arts, okay? MMA. We'll start there, but I want to get into Muay Thai though. I just want to get that question out the way. So MMA, how's that going? You're training for it.
Yeah, it's going good. I haven't been training for long. I think just before Christmas I started. So it's only been a few months since I started on the ground, really, because I'm a striker. So the transition from Muay Thai to MMA has been quite difficult, but I'm enjoying it. It's really fun.
Man, so how do you feel getting put in these positions and trapped inside people's guards and people trying to armbar you? I mean, how does that feel?
No, it's so I enjoy it so much, but it's so frustrating. It's so much more complicated than Muay Thai because you get stuck in a position and sometimes you just obviously I've only been doing it for a few months, so I get stuck in a position. I'm like, oh, why don't I know how to get out of this position? But then I just need to calm down and think to myself, I've only been doing it for a few months, like just chill out. But yeah, it's going well. I think it's going good.
So, China, did you get some like 60, 70-year old man that, he looks real frail, but then he take you to the ground and you don't know what the hell just happened?
um, no, not yet. It's mainly like small people who I'm like, oh, I could probably take them, and then they're just like attach onto you like a spider, and you're like, I can't get this person off me.
I know how you feel. I know how you feel. Okay? I know how you feel. And, Master Wu back here at home, I hope you're watching this, okay? Master Wu. Yeah. This is the last time you laugh at me. Oh, he laughs at me every time. Every time we go in there, he laughs because he's this 125-pound man, but he's just tapping everybody out in the gym, tapping everybody out. So amazing. He's a black belt. So I feel you. Wow. So, let's really talk about Muay Thai. Let's talk about it, cause and see, I noticed you started your eyes immediately got they changed when I said Muay Thai. Um, how did you get started in the Muay Thai game? Like, how'd you get started with that?
So I used to live in Spain. So um, when I was like, I think I started at 14. I used to get bullied at school, and my mum was like, "Oh, you need to try doing some sport, doing some kickboxing." At the time, she was doing kickboxing, so she brought me along to this class, and I've wrote about this a few times on my Instagram. But basically, I was in this class, and this girl walked in, and she just won a fight, and everybody was like clapping. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, you did amazing!" And from that moment, I was like, "Oh, I want to be that girl. I want to be a fighter." So that's how I started, really.
Wow. Okay. So you were getting bullied, and then did you get a chance to, like, I don't know, kick this girl's behind? Did you get a chance to like beat her up? I mean, listen, that's the question we want to know.
So really, I did when I started doing it after the first 6 months. I started to notice nobody really messed with me anymore. Maybe because they started to respect a girl doing martial arts. They're like, oh, okay, China does kickboxing, so they started to ask me questions, and I was like, oh, this is weird. They're not shouting at me. They're actually coming over to me and respecting me instead of just the nasty comments I usually used to get.
Come on. You know exactly why they had some respect for. Come on, this not a secret. They don't want to catch those hands. They don't want to catch hands from you. That's what that is. No, they don't. Okay, now you have questions. They're going to ask you questions, and no, George, I wasn't talking about you in particular, sir. You have a new fan. Okay, you have a new fan. Well, you got several new fans. Okay, all the rage George Page. He's asking you, and I'm thinking he's talking about jujitsu. Okay, well, I tell you what, answer for jujitsu and Muay Thai. What's your favorite move?
Okay, so um, for Muay Thai, it's a question mark kick. So for people who don't know what that is, it's like you pretend to do a push kick and then you head kick. So that's my favorite move for Muay Thai. For Jiu Jitsu, I like triangles. I feel comfortable in triangles, and I'm starting to like arm bars at the moment.
Okay, okay. So you like the armbar. You like the armbar. Wow. So you like dislocating people's arms. Wow. Wow. You straight savage you. I'm impressed. Okay, and if you guys don't know what a question mark kick looks like, it's actually in her little shadow on the screen. There's a picture of you near the sun, and you're throwing a question mark kick. And I saw that and I immediately thought, man, I hope that you get a logo. Like when you like really get going, I hope that's
Yeah,
your logo. Like
that's
literally.
my logo. It is going to be my logo.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Look, guess what? You and me, we're on the same wavelength. This is great. Great minds think alike. My God. My God. Great minds think alike. Okay, you have a question from Combo Breaker 99. Okay. He's asking you, he says, what's the hardest habit to break while transitioning to MMA?
Um, I'd probably have to say the stance because um, in Muay Thai it's um, more relaxed, more slow, and the blocking is different. But I find that MMA is more quick in and out with your feet because obviously you're going to get taken down. So I'm finding it very difficult to not, for example, blocking. If I block the Muay Thai style, somebody's going to just take me down straight away because I'm on one leg. So that's what I'm trying to stop the habit, really.
And boy, how many times did it take you to get taken down to forget about that habit in the octagon?
Well, it still happens, but it's getting better now.
Okay. Hey, well, listen, you definitely got to start from somewhere. OG Nakmizi, Brazilian kick. Do you want to ask her about a Brazilian kick? Oh, okay. He wants to know what gym do you train at?
So I train at Team Underground for MMA and Team Chew for Muay Thai. So two different gyms.
Okay. Yeah, she's still a Muay Thai fighter. I mean, she still like to get in there and, check kicks and elbow. I mean, she enjoys that. So, I can see it. Um, I tell you what, though, speaking of Muay Thai, I saw four, well, no, it's three Muay Thai fights that I saw. One from during this 6 years ago, okay? One from during this 6 years ago, and I think it was you. You were I think you were about 16, maybe, somewhere around 16. And you were fighting this girl. She was a bit bigger than you, and she was applying a lot of pressure. Do you know what fight I'm talking about?
Was this in a cage or
No,
in a
ring.
cage?
No, ring.
Um, I can't remember. How long was it ago?
It was like 6 years ago. Trust me, when I research, I find everything.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Wait a second. How do you not remember going in there and punching people from 6 years ago? I mean,
6 years ago. I feel like that's that's a long time to remember. I've had a few fights since then, so I can't really remember. Is that on YouTube?
yeah, yeah, it is. It's older fight, older fight.
Jealous.
All right, you're gonna try to find it. Yeah, if you type your name in, they're like, you have to really, really, really keep looking. Like I'm talking about looking, but of course I searched to the ends of the internet spectrum to find those two. It's two fight. Well, okay, it's 2 rounds. Whoever they put the video up is some guy named Rakondo, and he put up 2 rounds. Like you were in one round, and then they showed the second round, but it wasn't together. It was two separate videos, two separate rounds. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think I know what you mean now. Yeah.
Oh my God, I found a lot of stuff
I
out.
don't know what's on YouTube. What out
Okay. Well, no worries, no worries, no worries. Okay, you have a new fan. His name is Dean. Okay, that sounds like a fight fan's name, huh? He says, "What is your most satisfying win and why?"
So I had a fight, I think not last April, the April before, and it was probably my first fight in a long time. And it was when I was living in Brighton, so all of my friends and family was there. It was really nice venue, and it was the first time that I fought aggressively. Like I'm usually a slow fighter, counter fighter, but this time I had the girl up against the cage all the time. I felt like I won every round. And when they lifted my hand up, I was just like, I knew that my old coach at the time was happy with me because I've never performed that way before. So it was just like seeing a different side to me, which was nice.
Is this the fight where you fought against Harrington? That fight?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. You know, when I looked at some of your archives, fights that you've had in Muay Thai, when I saw them, I saw one from 6 years ago. I saw one from 3 years ago, where like the person in front of you, they were just putting this enormous amounts of pressure on you, and so I'm like, man, so what is she? Because I'm still researching. I'm like, man, so I wonder if she's gonna make adjustments, present day to the pressure. Well, I go back and now I look at the Harrington fight, and it's almost like you went through a metamorphosis. Like you are, your jab is like it's accurate, it's straight, it's precise, and you're not relying on the clinch so heavily like you were fighting in space. I saw you actually doing like counters with the right hand, and that right hand, man, you developed that thing. What has attributed to this big turnaround in your stand up?
yeah. I feel like because of the fights before, I've always either lost or come very close to winning, and I feel like I needed that last fight I did, the one that I was happy with. I felt like I wanted to perform in front of everybody, and I wanted to show that I could do more than just be a counter fighter. Um, so yeah, I just kind of switched my mindset around, because usually I feel like counter fighting for me it looks more pretty, but when it comes to like K1 and kickboxing, you usually win on aggression. So I just continued with that mindset.
Well, I saw you take the fight to Harrington. I saw you take the fight to her. I saw you keep up that pace for 3 rounds. And it's like your stamina, your cardio's through the roof, man. Um,
Yeah,
so okay, so now I ask, because you've got like several Instagram accounts, and you've traveled like some places, or I think you got an account called I think Jet Lag or Living with Jet Lag. I think I
yeah,
told you I've researched everything I can find. Um, you spent a time over in Thailand, and there's a
yeah.
trainer named I think God, so I'm trying to do everything off memory. His name is Ben Pot. No, I'm.
Uh, Pot
Is it
Bun Pot.
Pot Bin Pot?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. I said his name right. All right. How has he helped your game?
So I've been training with him since I was like 16. He was the first person to teach me Muay Thai. So every time I go back to Thailand, I try to find where he is, and he's opened his own gym now. So um, I feel like when I go over there, he puts a lot of effort to showing me new tricks. Um, Usually, he likes to correct my technique. Um, he likes to correct me in the clinch. So when I go over, he'll teach me a lot of clinching to improve my clinch, um, and really just improve my fitness as well. Because when I go there, he knows that my fitness isn't amazing, so he'll be like, "Just go run every time I'm there." He's like, "Run! You need to do this. You need to do that. Do more strength. Do more that." So he knows what I need.
Oh man. So you go to Thailand. I mean, you finna turn into a track and field athlete because the dude gonna have you running. I tell you what though. I saw you. I saw some sparring footage of you. And it's just like you just went through like I was telling you this big transformation. And I think everybody who probably worked with you, they probably knew it was there. They probably knew it was all there, but they were just kind of waiting on you to just come out, and actually be the fighter that they know that you can be, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, I, and I think that you have reached another plateau in your training. You've evolved as a fighter. Even at age you're 22 now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, even at age 22. So, okay, I'm gonna ask you the next question, but first, this little blue thing here going across the screen, this is called a super chat. Now, your new fan George Page has given you $4, $4 American. Okay, so whatever you have enough to maybe get a piece of a shepherd's pie, maybe half a piece. You may can get yourself a cup of coffee with that $4. But you know what? Hey, you're going to get that today. But he asked a question. He says, "Have you ever considered going to Thailand to study more Muay Thai?"
Um, So, as I said before, I've been there quite a bit since I was 16. So, I've been, I think, about five, 6 times now. I did actually get sponsored by the gym my trainer owns, but I never managed to go back because of Corona. So, I moved to London instead, and I kind of got my life sorted here at the moment. So, I would definitely go back to learn more, but I wouldn't stay there because I found my place here now.
Wow. Okay. So George, that answers your question. Okay. She's here in London to stay. Okay. She's here to stay. So all you London opponents, sorry, couldn't get rid of her that fast. She's here. She's still here. Okay. I gotta know though, who is beating you up the most in sparring? Like who really beats you up and you like when you see that person you're like, oh crap, it's gonna be a brutal day.
Oh god. Um. So both Muay Thai and MMA gym. So my MMA gym, I'd say when I have to go with David, Chloe's brother, I just like, oh, his body shots are just awful. They scare me. So I'm like, please, long guard all the time. Don't come close to me. And Chanel. All of the girls are good. So, but we're good with each other. We don't like beat each other up, which is nice. But I definitely have to say David for the MMA, and then in Muay Thai. At the moment, I only train with guys, so it's just me and a bunch of guys. Um, and I have to say, there's this one guy who's just really tricky. He just move. He's got his own moves. It's like question mark kicks all the time, but he always catches me. So
Oh
I
no!
like.
Wait! Well, hold on. He can't catch you with your signature move now. Hey, listen now. We got to correct that. Coach, if you're listening, coach, listen, coach. Come on, man. Come on. We got to give her the tools she need now. She can't be getting caught with no question mark kick now, and we just can't do it. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that you got all these gym partners to really push you and to get you where you need to be. So this is good stuff. Okay. Now my question is, you had a title fight against Ione Lawrence. Okay, you had that title fight. Now, What have you learned since that fight? Okay, like what have you learned now?
Since that fight, I felt like I went in there very, very prepared. I trained a lot, but my nerves got the best of me. And as soon as I came out of that first round, I was so tired because the adrenaline just kicked in way too much. So I'd say number one is I just need to calm down before I get in the ring. And I know that's hard to say because you're always nervous before you get in the cage of the ring. Another thing is she was a good fighter, right? But she didn't really, her punches or anything didn't really hurt me. It was more like it was always in my face and it was annoying. So I felt like I could have done a lot better. I could have been a more aggressive and moved around the cage a bit more because she was just pushing me back. As I said, she was just pushing forward with her shots not actually landing. So if I worked the cage a bit more, it would have been, I reckon I could have had that fight easily.
Oh, I was wishing you could have hit her with an elbow, but you couldn't because it's kickboxing, so you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, though, when fighters lose fights, I always pick out some things that I saw that were actually good. You know what? Your clinch game, man, clinch game was definitely it was there on point. Um, and your clinch, I think, saved you from taking damage. I think that clinch really it kind of reeled her in, and then you were able to get a lot of head control, and you were able to control the posture when you pulled in for those clinches. So I think those clinches, definitely was a big positive point in that particular fight. Um, you know, it, so what do you? I mean, how do you feel about your clinching game in that particular fight?
In that fight, I felt like it was good because my coach at the time was like, if she comes forward, clinch her up. As soon as you let go of the clinch, because it was K1, so in K1 you're only allowed to throw one knee, let go, and start again. So the game was clinch, grab her, push, and then head kick, which I caught her with a few head kicks and cut her eye, I think, on the second round, which was it was good. So I felt like my clinch game there was quite good, but then you get into the Muay Thai side of it, and the clinch is just on a different level. So that's where I need to start working it.
Yeah, clinches on a different level, girl. You could have threw elbows. Look, you could have emptied a kitchen sink and a refrigerator. You could have did it all, you know. And I'm sitting here when I finally realized, oh, this is a kickboxing match. I'm like, I said, come on, hit her with an elbow. But then, I was like, oh, it's kickboxing. She can't do it. So I don't know. I almost felt like I'm sitting there at the fight. I'm like, come on, no, hit her. It's right there, But then, I'm not there. It's previously recorded, so it is what it is. But hey, I still saw the good in that fight. I actually saw too. You were pretty good at judging your distance. I thought you were pretty good at judging distance. I just thought some of your strikes you were trying to throw some punches and they didn't land. But I thought that you actually had a good concept of like distance, like and I think a lot of things were working for you in that particular fight. So learning lesson, man, you learn the learning lesson because I'm gonna tell you the difference between that fight and then your fight against Harrington, night and day. You use a jab to control the range. I even saw, what? I even saw you, have head movement, and that's kind of like rare with Muay Thai fighters. I don't see Muay Thai fighters slipping punches, or slipping. I mean, you were moving your head. Is that
Yeah.
is that something normal that you've adopted in the Muay Thai, or your coach is trying to get you to stop really, moving your head like that?
I think, as you said, with my Thai fighters, it's especially Thai fighters in general. It's typical Thai fighting, so just the kicks, the punches, the elbows, the clinch. But I feel like as Westerners have developed a different style because the only way we could beat Thai people is to add in them slips and them counters. So I feel like my coach at the time was like, we was learning a lot of boxing as well. So I was doing boxing at college. So I was slipping a lot and what was it, college? Yeah. So I was
Yeah.
boxing. Long time ago now.
Okay. And guys, y'all can ask a question. Now listen, don't ask no dumbass questions, okay? Oh, let me Don't ask any stupid questions, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ask us some good questions, But hey, but thank you to the question that we've already gotten. Okay, so I'm gonna continue on. Okay, so do you plan on fighting another Muay Thai bout when things are settled down with this coronavirus, or are you looking to go right into your first MMA bout?
So this summer, I've actually got quite a bit on. Hopefully, if Corona decides to leave, well, if we're allowed to anyway. I have hopefully July the 10th. I've got a Muay Thai match on one of the biggest Muay Thai shows in the UK. And then MMA fight. I'll be having an MMA fight on Team Underground's home show, and a jiu-jitsu match, and hopefully another MMA fight after the jiu-jitsu match. So I've got quite a bit on, which is very exciting.
All right, now China, now you got to come back. We got to promote some of that stuff. We got to talk about that stuff. We got to talk about your opponent. Hey, look, we got to have some discussion around here when all this stuff start going down. At least a month before. I don't like trying to get you the week of the fight or stuff because it's just you got too much stuff to try to do, and I don't try to really bug fighters that week because you're trying to do stuff like make weight, and you just don't have time to sit around. So, but at least a month before now, at least a month before when this stuff start going down, we got to talk. We got to have a discussion. I want to talk. I want you to give me your takes. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's give the fans some education now. Okay, I always do a segment when I ask people. I don't care what you do, what your fight, what your age is. If you've been fighting even for a period of time, you know what you're talking about. That's just me. Okay, I want you to give us a description of what's the difference in delivering a knee strike in Muay Thai and delivering a knee strike in kickboxing.
So as in the technique, or what you can do in a fight.
Basically, the overall technical part of it.
So I feel like um, this is this was my problem transitioning from kickboxing to Muay Thai. So kickboxing is more, the guards is more closed and the knees are not more, they're more upright. So you're aiming for the solar plex, but it's not, you don't put a lot of hip movement into it. But when you go into Muay Thai, it's more my coach Pop in Thailand, he was trying to teach me for so long how to do a Muay Thai knee, and it's all about the hip movement and pushing the hips in and going on your toes, and it looks so much more beautiful than a kickboxing knee without dissing the kickboxing knees.
Oh well, I mean, hey, come on, you throwing some shade over there. Hey, kickbox, there's a kickbox in the comment section right now. No, I'm just playing. It's not. I'm not. That's not. He's not. Okay, I always thought that there was a huge difference. 'Cause my background's boxing, so when you telling me knees, I see people do knees in MMA, Muay Thai, and kickboxing, but I've always wanted to know, like, man, but I know they deliver them differently. She just broke
Yeah.
it down. Man, y'all should pay her for that. Y'all should pay her for that bit of information. Okay, now here's my thing though. In Muay Thai, how do you block knees when you're in the clinch? Because I see so many people taking knees in the solar plexus, and you got some of y'all flexible people that you can knee somebody from the ground, and boy, you can knee them all the way up in the head. How do you block a knee safely?
So there's different types of ways. This is why I love Muay Thai so much, because one technique you could do so many things to it. So my usual one is to, like, if I see somebody coming towards me wanting to throw these knees, I'll place my shin across their like middle part of their thighs to block them coming into the knees. So they're kind of just stuck there. If they sweep me from there, I could just grab onto them and jump. So that's my favorite one. You've also got, like, somebody's coming in, you push kick them, or just strong arm. So you just push your arm out. That'll push them off balance. Or just tie up, clinch, and put your hips in. Because when you put your hips in, they can't really knee you. They could knee to the side, it scores points, but it doesn't hurt unless they push their hips out and knee you to the solar plex. But it's quite tricky.
Dang. Okay. Yeah, that sounds yeah, it sounds kind of tricky. I mean, but the way you described it though, it was very descriptive, and I was seeing it in my mind when you were talking about it. So thank you for giving such a great description to people because a lot of us we know MMA, we know boxing and we know a lot about boxing and MMA. So Muay Thai kind of I don't know kind of slips by sometimes. So you telling us that was good. Okay, so you have this new fan, George Page again. Oh, look, he's giving you $10. And guess what? Now you can get some coffee, and he says he's getting a lesson from this interview. I hope this is enough to get you some coffee and crisped.
Yay.
Yeah, hey, 14 American dollars. Look, girl, hey, you could, hey, a couple more dollars. I don't know, you might could take yourself to dinner somewhere, excuse me. I mean, you might be able to do it, you know? Hey, salute to the brother George Page in that super chat. Marcus Bell, he asks, okay, how has Muay Thai influenced your life?
For me, it's been a massive influence because it's it's my whole life now because I teach it. Um, so everything for me is just revolved around martial arts at the moment, but it's just made me a lot more confident person. I used to be very shy and didn't really speak to a lot of people because of the bullying. But since I started Muay Thai, I have so much more confidence and confidence to teach classes and speak to people. And I probably would never be like that if I didn't have martial arts in my life.
Wow, man, so this thing helped you get over bullying, man. That's a huge problem. You got kids that they're actually, committing suicide over bullying. So, Muay Thai and martial arts, it's pretty much saving lives, in my opinion. I think it will anyway. I wish I'd had this around when I was in school. I mean, I had a boxing coach and we wrestled, but it's just I wish we'd have had something like Muay Thai, 'cause it's complete. So, man. Well, that's good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna ask you some other stuff now. Let's get into this part of the interview where let's have a little fun, just a little bit.
Okay.
I want to talk about a special person to you. Okay? No, yeah, no. Oh, hold on. Let me ask this first. Hey, I saw a video of you. Can you explain the flamingo dance?
Flamingo dance? Oh no.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I saw it. Oh, the coach saw that flamingo dance. So let's have a discussion about that dance. I mean, come on. And
um, so before I did martial arts, I started doing flamenco dancing, which is Spanish. Um, this is a Spanish sort of dancing with dresses. I did that for 4 years, so yes.
I mean, you sound like you're embarrassed and shy. Look, I thought you did well. I thought you did well. I mean, they were. I thought you did well. Come on now. Come on. Now, listen. We got to give Flamingo dancing some love on that. Okay. I mean, you were in rhythm. You were like, I almost thought that this is, you was some kind of professional or something. It looked good. I mean, I liked it. I,
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think I did quite well. I did dancing for a while because my dad was a dancer for ages, so he got me into dancing as well. So
oh yeah, let's talk about your dad, Mark, right?
yeah,
Mark remind me of the UK version of Mr. Miyagi. That's who he remind me of. Wait a minute. Do you know who Mr. Miyagi is?
yeah.
Who is Mr. Miyagi?
He's the guy of I want to I want to say Karate Kid.
Okay. Woo, boy. If you didn't know who Mr. Miyagi is, I was about to say I don't want to talk to you anymore. Mr. Miyagi is a legend. Okay, he's a legend. Okay, that's right. Yeah, I feel your dad gave me that Mr. Miyagi feel to him. And then when I started listening to like his customers talking about his character, I said, man, I had to meet this guy, Mark. I was hoping he was there with you so I could meet Mark. I was gonna ask you, is Mark there? And then when you told me, well, my parents. That's why I asked you, where your parents at, or where's like who, I was asking about your family.
Yeah,
And when you said Mark is not, he's in Spain, I just kind of, I said, wow. So how has Dad been an influence? Because you two are very close, right?
yeah, we're very close. Um, Yeah, he's been amazing. He's helped me through a lot of things. He's uh, he's my number one supporter, same as my mum. My dad helps me through a lot of things, financial support, which is very nice because obviously being a fighter, you don't really get a lot of money at the start. So he helped me through a lot of things. Helps me with my. I'm trying to get my business stuff sorted for personal training soon. So he's been helping me through that. But yeah, he's always supported me. Anything that I want to do, he always believes in me.
And she a personal trainer. Now listen, listen, listen. It's the new year. I'm finna do a promo for you right now. Watch this. I'm gonna do a promo for you. Okay, people, if you need to lose some weight, hey, don't wait. We got China. We got China Bajerksi here right here. She's here right now, and she can help you get to your weight goals. That's right. If you've been eating Pop Tarts, if you've been eating donuts and French fries and hamburgers, guess what? It's okay. She'll help you burn 5,000 calories a day with this new workout plan. Now listen, 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 listen. This ain't a workout plan for the faint of heart. You got to be serious, okay? And also, she'll take the payments up front because she can't have you being unserious, okay? She can't have you being unserious. So please, okay? If you want to lose that weight, if you want to lose that gut, go to China Bajerski right now. She can get you straight. And maybe she'll throw in a deal with her dad to give you some meditation lessons on the side if you buy 10, 25 lessons up front. There you go. Gotcha. Gotcha. Got you a good promo. There it is right there, man. We need to take that promo and just promote it. She's a fitness trainer. Man, that's good. So, are you teaching them like Muay Thai, like moves and stuff like that with the fitness training?
Yeah, so I like to focus mainly on Muay Thai just because I feel like when I first start with my clients, they're like, "Oh, I just want to lose weight," and then I'm like, "Look, we're gonna start with some Muay Thai," and then they just love it. So for them, it's not even a workout; it's learning, but they're burning calories at the same time. So they just love it at the end of the day.
So, you got anybody now who feel confident, in self-defense? If somebody wanted to pick on them, they could probably defend themselves to a minimum level.
Well, I've got a few clients. I've got one of them at the moment. She's only had like 10 sessions with me, but she's getting so good. She's 20 years old, but she's improved so much that I'm confident that if she'd want to fight, she'd be a really good fighter.
Okay, now wait a minute. Is she in your weight class? Cause see, now look, we gotta talk about that. Cause you can't be teaching somebody how to beat you up. You just can't do that.
That's true. I didn't think of that. I don't think she'd be my weight class. She might be a bit lighter than me. We'll
Okay,
see.
good, good. Okay, well, hey, yeah, convince her, encourage, encourage. Get her in there, get her in there, cause you don't want her. You definitely don't want her trying to fight you. Okay, so I'm ready to have some more fun. I'm ready to have some fun. Yeah, I got a throat sweat with the flamingo dance. I know you thought that was buried. It was buried, but thanks to your dad. See, your dad. Those are memories to your dear dad. Okay, and your mom. Your mom don't even have gray hair. My God, man, that woman looks young.
I know. I know.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah, we went to New York and everybody was coming up to her and being like, "Oh, is this your friend?" And I was like, "No, it's my mum." And they'd be like, "Oh, I thought you were sisters." And I was just like, "No, no."
man, you better tell him. Look, she married. She married. Cut it out. Bunch of thirsty clowns. That's what you say to him. Okay, I'm ready. It's quiz time. Oh my God. It's quiz time. Are you ready?
Yeah, born ready.
I mean, you look nervous.
Yeah, I am.
Oh no, come on now. Come on, you beat people up for a living. You can't be nervous now. Okay, I'm going to ask you UK specific questions.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait for this. Okay, I'm going to ask you something, okay? Here's the first question. The first question is, give me the major ingredients in a shepherd's pie.
Um, like all of them: beef mince,
Beef, okay.
peas if you want peas,
Yes,
gravy stuff,
yes.
beef, yeah, potatoes,
Uh-huh.
carrots.
Yep.
Put a bit of cheese on top.
Uh-huh.
I'm guessing that's it. Bit of wet red wine, red red wine in the sauce, maybe.
Yeah, but
Am I missing something?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, Wait, come on now. You you forgetting the milk and the butter?
Oh, but that's like yeah. I
Oh,
said
oh.
I,
Hey, if you from the UK, forgive my friend. Forgive my friend. She knows. She got the major stuff. Okay, great. Ding ding. We got that right. Okay. Who is Gordon Ramsay?
he's a nasty chef, but he makes good food.
Have you ever had some of his food?
No, but I just could imagine he makes nice food.
Really? So is he like mean?
Yeah, he's mean.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I like Gordon Ramsay. The Kitchen Nightmares in America, though, that was the best. Man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You got that right. Who is Tyson Fury?
Tyson Fury is a boxer from Manchester.
That's right. There's only one Tyson Fury. Okay. Great. All right. Who is Anthony Joshua?
My future husband. No.
Oh snap! AJ. Oh man. Okay. My God, you go, girl. You go for it. Okay. Who is Billy Joe Saunders?
Billy Joe what?
Billy Joe Saunders.
I recognise the name. Is he a?
Oh wow.
I'm just to make a guess. Is he an MMA fighter?
Of course not.
Okay. I don't know then.
But you know who AJ is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The future
Is he
husband.
another boxer?
Billy Joe Saunders is a boxer. He's a boxer. You probably got it now. I probably, I'm just sitting here naming a bunch of boxers. Okay. I want to give you an American question, just extra credit, and then we're going to finish up here. Who is Deontay Wilder?
He's a boxer.
Ah! Hey, boy, that just you got that right. My goodness gracious, you're awesome. Okay, all right. So that's really, that's I got a million and thousand and one questions, but I don't want to keep you guys all day. And if any of you ask a question, if any of you ask, you see, you have plenty of chances. Okay. And George says I throw people under the bus. He said I threw you under the bus. Hey, I didn't throw her under the bus. I don't feel like I. Come on now. I didn't throw. What? I mean, is this about the flamingo dance? Okay, why don't you try to do it then? Okay. What? Oh God. George Page gave you $2 again. He's giving you $16. Hey, look. We're close to dinner. Look, he said China needs better tasting husbands. Oh my God. Hey, China, your response to that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You can't let him say this about AJ.
What's wrong with AJ?
Yeah, George. What's the matter with AJ? What's wrong with him? You moron. No, I'm just kidding. George he's a friend of mine. But seriously, what's wrong with AJ?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. What sport does Molly McCann fight in?
Say that again.
What sport does Molly McCann fight in?
MMA.
Okay, so you know Meatball.
Yeah.
Okay, Meatball McCann. Yeah, man. Yeah, she talked that trash. So, okay, are you much of a like of a trash talker? Like, do you get in and can you talk some trash, or you just choose not to be a trash talker?
You know what? I don't think I am. Like I did a promo video ages ago. I can't remember for what fight it was, and I tried to do a bit of trash talk, but I just couldn't. I just get not nervous, but I'm too nice to trash talk.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
What if the person said, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna beat the brakes off of you, China, and there's nothing you can do about it, China. I'm gonna beat the brakes off of you."
I think I'd just laugh.
Wow.
I'll be like, prove it in the ring, or I'll prove it.
Spoken like a martial artist, girl. You got the calmness in you. I love it. Okay. Well, China, I've had fun. I've had fun. Enjoyed having you on here. It's been a blessing. Uh, and hopefully next time, maybe we get Mark on the phone. You know,
Yeah.
maybe next time we get Mark on the phone. Because man, man, I can't wait to talk to that guy. I can't wait. But you guys over there in the UK, you're working hard, and definitely what we like to see. Young people are working. Doing what they got to do to get through everything. And it's just really a fresh breath of fresh air. Watching you do your thing. Hey, want to give any shout outs?
Shout out to Team Underground, Steve, who's main coach, and Jota, who's BJJ coach, who I've been working with as well. And Team Chew, um, coach Philip, and all my teammates and my housemates for putting up with me.
Okay. Oh wait, they put up with you. So are you like you must be really messy, huh?
No, I'm the cleanest person in this house. I'm like OCD.
That's what people say. That's what people say that are messy. They always say they're clean. Nah,
No,
but
no, no, really, I am clean.
so like if somebody leaves a dish in the sink, are you gonna be like, who left this?
No, I'll clean it.
Oh, oh God. I could imagine your car must be spotless.
Oh, it is.
Oh wow, wow, wow. That's pretty cool. Well, definitely we definitely enjoy having you on here. One last thing. Can you say, hey, my name is China Bajerski, and you're watching Coach Shelton Harrison?
Okay. Hey, my name is China Bajerski, and you're watching. Wait, I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh my God. Gosh, she messed my name up. Okay, let's try again. Wow. Hey, guys, I don't know. My name's just not important to fighters. I've only had 4 fighters to ever get it right.
Okay,
Gosh.
well, take two. You
Okay,
ready?
all right. Take two.
Hi, my name's China Bajerski, and you've been watching Coach Shelton Harrison. Did I get it right?
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, I love all of that. Yes. All right, China. Appreciate the time, girl. I know your time's valuable, and you can never get this 47 minutes and 30 seconds back. You can't get it back, China. But
All
thank you.
right. Thank
Awesome.
you.
And thank you guys.